Tom Wadsworth, Chair of the Albany Planning Board, calling the meeting to order at 6:05. To my right is
Amalia Torres,
alternate.
Morris West, Vice Chair.
And James Jordan, Select Board Member.
Thank you. I'm going to appoint Amalia as a voting member for the meeting. And we can do the minutes. So did everyone receive the minutes that Morris sent out, the draft?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
And I made some comments back to him by the way I sent it. Some stuff got copied weird, but I think
About the
he
header and
fixed it
footer?
right now.
Yeah,
the
that's
header
clerical
footer.
stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I fixed the
Clerical
clerical
stuff.
stuff. About date, header, footer.
Then are you gonna send that minutes that I just sort of rewrite right now, clarify, just send it back? Because I have a collection of all of them. I mean, it's a habit.
Yes, I can do
Okay.
that. I will send out the revised minutes.
Yeah.
So it is the minutes of December 8th. I wasn't here, so I'm not going to make a motion. Anyone else want to do it?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from our last meeting.
I'll second, I guess.
All right. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. I'm going to abstain. Motion carries. CIP. So Jim, has Select Board already addressed this? Or is Select Board still waiting for our CIP recommendation?
Yeah,
Still waiting.
we need to submit it.
Okay. All right, we'll do that. I don't know if y'all want to, or you have it printed out, or if you want to come sit around the computer here, or whatever, if you have it on
I have it on my
your
phone,
phone, whatever you want to do.
I've got it on my phone, so.
The interesting thing, and Jim, I have these questions for you, is I just got the updated balances
Okay.
from Eliza, and there's an entirely new category that I didn't know existed, which is special
For-
education.
Under what?
Special education.
I do
Okay.
that oh yeah, special education, yeah. Mhm.
So that's not one we've ever had in the past.
No, I don't, I do not have an answer for that.
then the names of some of the funds were different than the names that we have. Okay. What Eliza sent me was the trustee of the trust funds report for 2025. So it's all the trust funds. So it may be the case that special ed is a established trust fund, it's just not something that's ever been on the CIP.
Right, where there's no money being allocated to it annually or anything, yeah.
And that, I just don't know. I mean, that may be because it's for education, that's outside of the scope of, I don't know. I
Right.
don't know the answer to these things. I don't know if you have any insight on how that might work, or what that might be. That was one thing. The other was just that the names are different. There's a bridge and culvert fund, which is separate from highway expendable trust. This is as it's listed on the trustee of the trust funds report.
Yeah,
We had, again, this, in planning board CIP, we are just making a recommendation to the select board. The select board do whatever they want
yeah,
with it. So maybe they did these things and I'm just not aware of them. But we had voted last year, planning board here, CIP, to make, because we did have a separate like bridge fund and then we had a highway fund and we said, let's just make it all one. But there's still two and they're different names than what we had recommended. So do you have any?
I don't, I think at this point, we should mark that down as a question, so we can submit it back. We have a meeting on Wednesday, the select board does, and that would be, if we could get it by then, we could get these answers
Yeah,
that we need,
yeah.
get it cleaned up.
All right. So those were the questions that came up from the trustee of the trust fund report. Kind of going back to just our spreadsheet, we have Chapel Capital Reserve Fund. The current balance of $18,000 as of December 31st. A contribution of $1,000 each year. And I believe we were in general agreement to keep it that way.
Yeah, my understanding was to keep it that way, and then, I think, Amelia, you may be able to speak more on it, but I think by next year, we'll have a better idea
Yeah,
of where we're going and what we need,
yeah,
if that needs to be changed at that point for the following year. But
yeah,
Good.
yeah,
Okay,
I think so.
sounds good. Thank you for doing the work on that.
yes,
Next is Town Hall Capital Reserve Fund. A target of $30,000, a current balance of $12,000 with an annual contribution of $6,000.
yeah, I think we had all talked about that, leaving it the same.
I think so.
Yeah,
Emergency management, I mean, you would have the most insight into that. And I think that is the number that we agreed. I think
on which one?
the Town Hall Capital Reserve.
Yeah,
The spreadsheet we're working off of is the one that we drafted
right,
in November.
yeah,
So the changes we made in November are in here. Emergency Management Expendable Capital Reserve Fund, a target of 10,000, a current balance of 6,100 with an annual contribution of 1,000 per year. As is.
Yeah.
So the next was, and again, we here in planning board had just a single fund. It was the Highway Expendable Trust Fund, or the Highway.
What, do you know, can you read, I can't read it on my phone, the balance that it shows on the, what she has, bridge and culvert?
You want me to,
Bridge and culvert,
you want me to
100
give you this page, or I sit beside you and we read it
We can come over
together?
and see this too. It's
You
123,000.
can sit
bridge and
here,
culvert.
I figured out how to read it off my phone, so you can,
Okay,
if you want.
So bridge and culvert, 123,000. Highway expendable, 161,000. So we, at our meeting, had discussed putting in $60,000 a year, but we were thinking of it as it's one
One
fund
unit,
for highway, bridges, culverts, everything.
Yeah. Which I believe that's what it should be.
So we should stick with that recommendation, and then we'll hear at select board if there are in fact two distinct funds that, and then I guess
Yeah.
there's time in February to do it again.
Well, yeah, I think we should
Finalize.
just submit this as the way we see it.
Yeah. And then
So
let
if
the
it's,
select board-
if it's agreed on the other end with everyone,
Yeah.
then it can just slide right on through
Yeah,
instead of bouncing back and forth, that's what I think we should.
that
Like,
makes sense.
On this one, I would think we'd have a total of the two lines for current balance, if
Mhm.
that's the correct numbers.
Yep.
And the target and the annual investment into it should be the same.
Yeah, that sounds good.
What I would submit, I guess.
Okay. That sounds reasonable to me. Cemetery expendable trust fund, targeted 25,000, current balance of 20,000 and change, and an annual contribution of 1,000 per year.
I think it should be the same.
And then the reevaluation trust fund, target of 30,000, current balance of 25,000 and change, and a annual contribution of 6,000 per year.
And I believe those numbers gets us to where we need to be for our next review.
can I ask, what do you mean by the revaluation of trust fund, how those funds are spent? Because, I have no clue what that means.
The revaluation
Yeah.
trust fund?
Uh-huh.
So we have to have the reevaluation done every, I believe it's 3 years
This is
or
for property values.
for property reevaluation. And that's an expense that it costs to get that done. So that's just setting aside those funds each year, so when we do have it done. we can-
Then the revaluation is this building and the chapel, or is the whole town?
No, yeah,
Every
Every
property in
business,
town of
every
Albany.
property.
Oh,
it's what we just had done. If you got your tax bill
uh-huh,
and you looked at your assessment on your home, you probably saw it
Yeah.
had increased.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that reevaluation is that.
Oh, okay,
They're
okay.
doing that.
I got it, yeah. I didn't know what implied in this chart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
And I have a second question about the cemetery. What is the cost of are we Albany town maintaining the cemeteries, cleaning? There is a person that cleans, go over the tombs
so-
or whatever?
Right now, the cemetery, the town of Albany is paying to have the cemeteries mowed, debris picked up. And then a year, or maybe 2 years ago now, we included repairs, which had been lacking. you know, broken split rail fences, fences that were laying on the ground and never installed, that kind of stuff. So we added that second category to try to catch up with what we're calling repairs. And some preventative maintenance, i.e. Dead trees that could fall
Yeah,
down
yeah.
and destroy
Yeah.
headstones, which we're not really responsible for. But we as a town, we had talked about it last meeting, felt that maintaining those for those who are no longer available to benefited the town as far as keeping the cemeteries up
Okay,
in order.
okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. So going back to the highways and bridges, so what we had it named is Highway and Bridge Expendable Trust Fund, a target of 500,000. A current balance, if you combined highway, the line for highway, and the line for bridge and culverts, the current balance is $284,129.50, with a annual contribution of $60,000 per year.
I agree.
So that's, that makes a annual contribution of, a total annual contribution to these funds of $75,000 per year?
Is that with the special education?
Oh, that's correct. No, well, no, because
No.
we didn't have a contribution thing
Yeah.
for special ed, so that's empty.
I think we
We're
should
just
get
gonna
that off there,
Yeah,
and that should be a separate conversation.
yeah.
Yeah, because, like, there is nothing here for schooling at all. This is
Right.
capital improvement.
Yeah,
I don't think that that was supposed to be put on the CIP list. I think that's something else.
yeah, me too.
I agree. That makes sense. And so what I got from Eliza was the trustee of the trust fund report, and so I think they just reported on every trust fund that exists in the town. So there must be a special ed trust fund. I didn't know about it. My other question, on the trustee of the trust funds report, like, the cemetery fund just says cemetery fund. It doesn't stipulate whether it's expendable or
It has been,
capital reserve.
it was changed
We've
to
been calling
expendable.
it expendable.
Yeah, I believe it was changed to expendable. I couldn't tell you the date or when we did it.
Yeah, I think it was this time last year,
Yeah.
November last year or something. Okay. All right, does anyone want me to review anything, or are we ready to vote to propose, or vote to recommend this to the select board?
I'll make a motion to vote to recommend to the select board.
I'll second it.
Just type it in. Any further discussion?
Nope.
Hearing none, all those in favor? All right, unanimous. Motion carries. All right, thank you. Select board report?
Go back. I've been away for 2 weeks, so I'm
Oh.
kind of out of the loop. Anyways, I believe we're working on the budget. heavily. They did have a meeting while I was out, but I'm not sure the result of that yet. I should find out on Wednesday, but our goal is to try to wrap up the budget stuff that we need to get done.
Yeah. Next agenda is drafting or discussion of zoning ordinance. I don't know if anyone has anything further to put forward at this point. Welcome to have the discussion. I'll say, since from this time last year to this time this year, we've not made too much progress. I put in another email to the North Country Council. So last year, I put emails out to North Country Council and to Tara Manford Consultant. North Country Council just said, we're so busy, you know, we would like to help you, but we can't help you kind of till the end of the year. Yeah. And they said, Tara's excellent. If you're considering a consultant, she's excellent, go with her. So that's when I presented last year, or, you know, went further with Tara and just asked her to put together a proposal. She did. We heard the proposal here, and planning board declined to move forward with Ms. Bamford. So here we are a year later. So I sent an email to North Country Council again to see what their availability might be for this year, to help us through the steps in the process with their professional expertise on updating our zoning ordinances legally, clearly, concisely. And they said they'll draft a proposal and have it ready to us for February meeting. So I'll have a proposal from North Country Council on what, you know, what they propose for how to help us with that for our consideration. So that's that. That's what I have to put forward about zoning ordinances. If anyone else has anything else to put forward about zoning ordinances.
The only thing I remember is maybe Brian was working on the ADU section of it.
But the ADU section of it essentially is to just delete it. There are no, you know.
It's not deleted, it's gotta be in there.
We have, what our ADU section is specifically about attached ADUs.
Mhm.
And the state has, I don't know what the word is, but made it such that detached ADUs are allowed by right.
Correct.
So attached ADUs in the ordinance are null and void or moot.
Correct.
So essentially, we just need to delete it. Delete our ADU section, because our entire ADU section is about an attached ADU.
So my only argument with that is that we have to agree to everything that the state says.
We have no choice.
But there's no other, I'm not saying, there's certain things that they've written that we can't change, but are there things that we can control within it? I don't know that. So deleting it, I don't know, is it, you know, maybe it says, see the state statute or whatever, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it still needs discussion before we
Yes,
do it, I guess.
agree.
Yeah.
Agree. We kind of need to learn somehow what our town can do, what our town kind of can't do.
So maybe the woman who came,
Sarah, right?
maybe
Yeah.
that's what she was here for.
She was, I think
About
she.
ADUs?
Because I didn't realize that was, because that is gonna, yeah.
Yeah, she wanted to help. Or, I don't know if she wanted to help, but she wanted
No,
to
that's-
see where we were headed with that. But she also offered to help.
Yeah, no, basically to clarify the information, because, yeah, that, wow, I didn't realize that. I had no idea.
And she was representing, what was she representing?
So, wow.
Do you remember?
I
The
got-
Northern Housing
It's
Coalition.
written in there. It's,
Yeah.
I got the web link in there.
MWVHC, which is what was it?
Yeah.
Housing Coalition.
It's, yeah, it's in the
And-
minutes.
Yeah.
And I
Get
think
to it.
inviting her to our meeting and
Yeah.
maybe she could help educate us on some of it.
Sure.
If we don't understand. I would fear taking it out and not knowing, which is what I think she mentioned that, you know. She knows of some other towns that changed some things and what occurred and the results of that,
Yeah.
that she could share with us that. I would love to listen to.
Yeah, yeah, same.
Yeah, and so what she had mentioned that the summary of the changes were emailed. We had, Curtis thought that we'd gotten it, but he was reading something else. So we actually haven't gotten it.
From her.
Well, it was supposedly supposed to be sent to the planning board, so I assume you, and then it was supposed to be given to us. We haven't seen that yet, so that's something to look for.
You think that came from the state?
She mentioned it in the minutes, and I don't, or, you know, in her talk, so it's on the recording, I don't think I put that in the minutes. I think I just put her website. I can go back to my notes or listen to the video again. I forget you know, which web or email address it was supposed to be coming from. I don't remember. She was here, but I had no clue, and this is the first time really hearing about it. I was like, wow, okay, because, yeah, all right, yeah. I will look that up, get that back to you.
Sounds good. We're generally pretty much past the point, at this point, of amending our zoning ordinance.
For this year,
Yeah, yeah. I think, I mean, maybe if we scrambled, we could hold a public hearing and do other things, but we don't have anything drafted. So we're looking at 2027. That's all I have.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Meeting adjourned, 6:32. Thank you all.